Welcome everyone to the Ibn Arabi and Shi'i tradition texts, ideas, and receptions. I'm not going to be introducing the conference. For that, my partner and co-organizer, Dr. Sajjad Rizvi, will be doing that. But I just wanted to do two things in my few minutes of my remarks, which is one, to welcome you all. We have guests and scholars that have come in from the UK, from different parts of the United States, from different parts of Canada. So we're really honored to have so many esteemed guests and colleagues, including our keynote, Dr. Lawson, who's coming from Montreal for this, and to be among friends, which is just such a wonderful, and we're looking forward to having a wonderful day of great talks and dialogue and discussion. And of course, I would be remiss to not thank the Department of Philosophy, Reza Hadisi, Dr. Hadisi, for facilitating this on his end. It was a collaborative effort, along with, of course, all our volunteers and Munima Moyes and Mehdi Rizvi, our Director of Operations, who made sure everyone could get here on time. Normally you do this at the end, but I'm not giving the closing remarks, so make sure the shukr is done at the beginning, because this is probably the only time I'll be up on the mic. So I just wanted to introduce a little bit about the Shia Research Institute, just as a means of ta'rif. We're a grassroots institute that supports scholarship and education on Shi'i Islam. And our vision is to establish an academic institution that engages in dialogue, produces ideas, and performs research that positively contributes to the world. As I was just speaking to Professor Lawson last night and our other colleagues, when we look at the demographics of Canada and the number of Muslims that are in Canada now, we're now close to numbers that are, per capita numbers that are close to the United Kingdom, France, and other countries. Just to put this in context, the US is around 1.1%. We're closer to 5%. Those statistics matter. And Shi'ism is a part of that story. And I don't think it should be excluded from that story among the wider Muslim population. And one of the aims of our institute is to support study and research on Shia Islam, not exclusively Twelver, Zaydi, Ismaili, but Shi'ism in general. And again, in light of those demographics, in light of the ever-changing landscape of this country, we felt, myself and my team felt that there was no better time to start this kind of project, and we're so grateful to have such good friends and partners, some of whom are here today, and to help us with this project, and especially the cooperation with the University of Toronto has been indispensable in our progress thus far. Just a little bit about us there. I don't need to kind of go through that. Some of our values about this institute, about what we're trying to do here. We're trying to bridge two things. It's not always easy. It sometimes can be messy along the way. We can learn along the way, but it's to kind of be a bridge at certain times between the East and the West and bring people into dialogue and discussion. All of this in the, with the intention of furthering knowledge and understanding one another and engaging in dialogue. And to that effect, we've had great dialogue with the Toronto School of Theology, with Emmanuel College, with Wycliffe, with St. Michael's, and with other people at the University of Toronto as well. So, and just a little bit about what we do. It's up there on the screen. We're really interested in three particular aspects or three particular kind of realms of activity. One is research and publication, so supporting peer-reviewed research on Shia Islam, producing peer-reviewed work on Shia Islam or the Shi'i tradition, providing a platform for discourse for academicians studying Shia Islam. Hence, we're here for that very purpose. So this is a part of fulfilling the mandate of the Shia Research Institute, which is establishing, supporting, and executing conferences like this, like the one that we have today. And also be a place of interfaith and, well, I was supposed to write interfaith, but anyhow, interfaith and intrafaith dialogue, which I think is equally important. And these are some of the things that we stand for and that are important to us. And another important point that we are very interested in is supporting young scholars and supporting those people who are, for example, currently doing their PhDs or masters and they're interested in Shi'i studies. Fellowships and scholarships in Shi'i studies are generally very limited. And one of our goals of the Institute is to support such scholars and provide grants and scholarships to people that are working on Shi'ism. And one of the things that I've done over the last year is travel across the United States and UK to different institutions like Harvard, Exeter, SOAS, many different institutions, and I've met just brilliant minds and brilliant people that are working on Shi'ism, young men and women that are working on Shia studies at great institutions that will need support along the way in different means, whether it be supervision, whether it be financial support, whatever it may be, and connecting them to a broader network of scholars on Shi'i studies, which I think is very important. And so that is something that we are very interested in, that we are already working on, providing scholarships and grants to support Shi'i studies research, postdoctoral fellowships in Shi'i studies, and community and social engagement. So on the community and social engagement side, we're just launching a multi-year project in partnership with Wycliffe College, St. Mary's University, and ourselves on a demographic study of Shi'ism in Canada. So understanding how many Shi'is are there, where do they live, are they, their median income, the connection between income and religion. There's a lot of, this kind of brings together anthropology, religious studies, and data science all together. And this interdisciplinary project has just begun. It probably will take a couple of years to finish. We're applying for an SSHRC in this regard. So this is just a little bit about what we are already working on, not thinking about working on, but already working on. And also building a bridge of understanding in Shi'i studies between the East and the West. So we're also working with institutions like the University of Kufa, the University of Baghdad, with some scholars in the city of Najaf, the Kashf al-Ghita Foundation, Mohsen al-Hakim Library, and other institutions such as those. This is some of the activity that we're already already engaged in. We have 2 translations that are already finished. We're just hoping to publish them soon with an academic publisher. We have the Tajreed al-I'tiqad by Nasiruddin Tusi, translated by none other than our own Dr. Nizamuddin Ahmad, who's present here today. A new Arabic critical edition has been commissioned and finished, and a translation with a glossary. It is not an easy text, but I think it'll be an important contribution to the study of kalam and even metaphysics. And we're really happy that the work is done. It's done, it's just going through review at the moment. And then we also have Al-Fusul al-Ashra fil Ghaiba of Sheikh al-Mufid, so looking at early dialectical theological works on the occultation of the Imam, that myself have finished. And we also have a monograph series in Shi'i studies that we're working with Dr. Tahir Qutbuddin on, both short and longer monographs on Shi'i studies. So one of the ideas that actually Dr. Qutbuddin had put forward, which hopefully we will be able to launch as soon as we get that publisher, as I was discussing with some of us, is a short series on the Ahlul Bayt. So scholarly works written on the life of the Ahlul Bayt, which I think would be very important and interesting work. So that is also in the cards and seriously being worked towards, not just an idea. So a little bit about us. That's about it. No, I don't have much more to say. Welcome to everyone. Thank you all for coming. And we hope to see you at our events in the future. Now I'll turn it over to Dr. Rizvi, who's going to introduce the conference.